Morning, traders. How we doing? What's up? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Make sure to say what's up as you're coming in. Looks like we got a good day ahead of us. Hey, Jesse, I did remember to restart today, or refresh. I did. So that's how you know it's going to be a good day. I'm already on top of things. Morning, Tom. Morning, Tick Trader. Golden Paw. What's up, Golden Paw? Hello. Hey, Ian, Squid, Aaron, Khalil. Good morning, everybody. Well, we got quite the uptrend this morning. Powell is speaking right now, though, so yeah, anything could happen right now. Things could get real crazy. Morning, Greg. Hey, Neil. But currently we do have this really solid looking uptrend, so we're gonna go with it for now. Hopefully Powell doesn't screw it up. Good morning, Capital. Nah, man, you're not late. You can always smash that like button anytime. We got 4 minutes to the open, and this is going to be an all-time high. Semiconductors going crazy today. What's up, Archer? Good morning. Hey, Bruno. Hey, Matt. Yeah, just don't get too excited with the longs just yet, guys. We have to see how the open reacts. I say all the time, it's very rare for the indices to have a gap and go. That'll happen on small cap stocks, but doesn't usually happen on the S&P 500. So the more likely scenario is that once the market opens, we get a bid check, the market comes down a bit, sellers make an attempt to get this thing reversed, and then if buyers step up and we head back up, then you can really trust in the move. And yeah, maybe crossing our fingers, knock on wood, could be a trend day. We'll see. Interesting that Powell's speech hasn't sparked any volatility. Maybe he's not actually talking yet. If anyone knows, let me know. Tom, there was some semiconductor earnings last night that did really well. So I think that's on the surface what this move is about. But you know, it wasn't that good of earnings, you know what I mean? It's a pre-recorded speech. That's good to know, Neil. Thank you. He's just supposed to say some opening remarks. That's good to know. But, I mean, with Powell, he could sneeze the wrong way and the market could get crazy, so. You keep working on that half-second orb, Jesse. It's gotta work one of these times, right? Yeah, if Powell wears a tie, wears a red tie, it's all over. Okay, we'll see where this downtrend goes. Once this downtrend plays out, then we can start to look for the upside again. On the Nasdaq, it looks like we're still in this down channel. This thing looks pretty tight. All right, getting the first break of that downtrend on the Nasdaq. See where this thing goes. Over on the S&P, looking at a wider downtrend. Seems to continue to go down here. And yeah, we're looking at yesterday's high. That's kind of the level we want to see. Could come down and fill the gap, but I think primarily yesterday's high is going to be the point of reference. Can it hold? That's what buyers are going to want to know. Yeah, Archer, this week has been very lackluster. I would agree with that. Pretty tough price action, some choppy ranges, some just nothing burgers. Yeah, I could consider a second entry short here. Let's see what happens at the EMA. We have this decent downtrend being respected so far. We got to pull back. We just need to see 2 rejections, bearish candle, and we will take that. I'm not super thrilled about going short with how bullish this market is, so I would rather this not set up, to be honest. The Nasdaq is also in its pullback mode, coming up to the EMA. Same over here. I kind of don't want this to set up. Did we lose the stream? Is anyone else experiencing connection issues? Looks good on my end. For a few seconds? Ay, ay, ay. Well, I don't know what to say there. I will not touch anything. Yeah, if the stream's bugging out, that's on YouTube. My internet's running solid. Everything's good. Oh, that's right, Tom. Shoot. When I am ready to find the stream will present itself to me. Wise words. Alright, well, we are getting that rejection at the EMA, so let's see if we can get a second entry. Looks like it's just gonna go first entry to a new low. Could get it on the Nasdaq, so watching that as well. And looks like we got straight to a new low on the Nasdaq as well. So we're gonna have to pause on the setups there. And oh, I know why, guys. It's because we have nearly 100 people in here and only 19 likes. That's why that didn't set up. Come on, guys, we gotta get on it. Gotta get on it. In all seriousness, do appreciate the simple gesture of clicking the like button. Helps out the algorithm, supports the channel. Makes me feel good. I like to feel good in the morning. Alright, well this move down does have a break and new low, so as always when you have a channel and a break and a new extreme, you stop looking for shorts. We're no longer looking for shorts here. And most likely scenario is that we bounce. Same on ES. We had a move down, it had a break, it had a new extreme. So we're no longer looking for shorts. Most likely move is oh yeah, what up peons, man. Can't believe all the slang that comes out of there. Dave asking about tick charts. Do I find them to be more accurate? There's no, I mean, that doesn't, there's no such thing as like a more accurate chart. It measures what it's supposed to measure. a time-based chart measures exactly what it's supposed to measure, so it's very accurate. Every candle is 1 minute, or every candle is 5 minutes. It's extremely accurate in what it measures. Tick charts just measure something different. It's like saying, is a ruler or a yardstick more accurate? It's like, well, it depends on what you want to do, right? Tick charts give you different information, right? Because each candle is a certain number of orders. So that just tells you, like, it tells you exactly that, right? The answer's in the question. So I like them because they're more detailed. For instance, in a, if you're looking at a 5-minute chart, that's going to be one candle no matter what. But on a tick chart, if there's a lot of orders coming in, you're going to see a lot of different price action, a lot of different movement. So it could be more detailed in that way. So that's why I prefer them. But if you also like have a really big tick number, it's not necessarily going to give you more information. Like if you had a 20,000 tick chart going, a 5-minute chart will probably give you more information. So it's all, you just got to know what the tools are that you're using and what they measure, and to be able to use them. All right, so we are, oh, sorry, there was a question from Jeff too earlier. Jeff asked, I noticed with continuations of trends after a pullback, does it rocket in that direction or pause like it is right now? I'm not, are you saying, Jeff, just to clarify, and we can also discuss it in the Discord if you want, but are you saying like after you have a trend played out, does it usually rocket in the other direction? Is that your question? Yeah, throw your question up on Discord, Jeff. I'd be happy to answer it. So waiting for both the S&P and the Nasdaq to correct. Both of those downtrends are played out, so we're just in waiting mode. Philip asking, was the break of the channel a decent setup on the S&P? No, it was not. Like I said, when it was happening, you know, we had this move down, so we were for sure looking for a short. You need 2 legs of correction. We had 1 leg, and then it went to a new low. So you had no way to get in that. Not a good setup. You needed first leg, and then 1 more attempt to go higher. That would have been a good setup if you got a bar like that. The S&P is compressing here. Getting a little bit of a range going on. Morning, Rando. Still not getting the bounce. Thomas asking, do I have a bias on the ES? No, I do not. Here's what I'm thinking as far as bias goes. 1, we're at an all-time high, so that's good. So I guess I do have a bias. The bias is like first bullish. We need to be bullish first. Market is at an all-time high. We had a big move up overnight, and so far it's holding. You know, sellers came in to try to push the market down. They haven't really made it that far. We're not even halfway down the big move up, and now we're consolidating. So this is actually a pretty big win for buyers if we can stay around here. Now if this keeps dropping, that kind of changes the story, but if we can form some sort of a base right here, that's pretty bullish. So that's where I'm at, but waiting for confirmation there. NQ also waiting for the bounce, but if this keeps going down, I could certainly see a secondary channel forming like so. Yeah, that fits really well, so I'm probably going to keep that on the chart for a minute. Yes, thank you, Archer, Tom. We do have some news here in about 4 minutes, pending home sales. Shouldn't be crazy. Shouldn't be crazy. Dude, Archer, we'd love to have you. Alright. Maybe getting a bounce. We do have a nice bullish hammer right on that support. Morning, Cricket. Okay, we got 20 seconds until pending home sales. As I mentioned, I don't think it's going to be a crazy market moving event, but always important to be aware of these things. The ES launched up on the news, and the Nasdaq, nothing at all. Interesting. Interesting. So some relative weakness on the Nasdaq. So we'll wait for this news to settle down a little bit, and then we could possibly look for a trade setup. I wish the Nasdaq was participating in this bounce up here. Still has time, but interesting that we're getting a divergence. And I would not trust any move up if the Nasdaq's not participating, because that is for the major tech stocks in the market, all the big names. If they're not joining, if they're weak, the market cannot really sustain a bullish move. There you go, Archer. Well, happy anniversary anyway. I always say, whenever my wife and I have well, actually, I got this from my father-in-law. You know, they've been married 50 years, and every year he says, you know, what anniversary is it? Oh, you know, it's 50 years. That's a long time for a woman to be so happy. So I'm stealing that from him. And my wife and I are coming up on 10 years, so I'll say the same. That's a long time for one woman to be so happy. And good thing my wife doesn't watch the stream, or she might hit me for that. Alright, well, it looks like this news is pretty much settled down. Yeah. As for the actual news release, sorry, I'm trying to find it. Why is it not showing up on my deal? Yeah, pending home sales down a little bit. Down a little bit from what was forecasted. However, yesterday, new home sales were way up. So that's, I would imagine, why it's not making too much of a splash on the market. A little bit of conflicting data there. Yeah, exactly, Jesse. She's like, you know, today I decided I wanted to see what your stream was all about. And is that what you've been talking about this whole time? Getting a bit of a bounce here off of that drop. Market looks like it wants to go lower, but Man, oh man. There's no real solid pattern to encapsulate all this. I guess you could look at a wider downtrend like that. Yeah, so if this thing pulls back and this downtrend holds, could consider a short, but otherwise this bias is a little hard to read. Cricket, you gotta fight that FOMO. Fight it. Fight it. You got this thing. FOMO is a killer. It's a killer. Thanks, Tom, for keeping us up to date on the books. And by the way, guys, I want to make a special announcement. I think it's long overdue. Tom, you're the only Tom for us. All right, all these other Toms have not stuck around. I'm promoting you to Tom 1 out of 15. All right, if it's official, you're no longer Tom 4, Tom 3, Tom 2. You're Tom number 1. Apologies if there's any other Toms out there. You're just gonna have to put in the work, you know. Yeah, big day. It's big day for you, Tom. Big day for all of us, really. The other Toms don't know how to Tom. I mean, I think it says a lot because there was a lot of Toms in here at one point, and they're all gone. They got intimidated. Like, Tom, you established yourself as the alpha Tom, I think. That's crazy, actually, Cricket. That the market's only been open 39 minutes. A lot has happened. A lot can happen. Nasdaq testing, the EMA testing, the channel line. That's insane, Archer. You're for sure one of the OGs. Time flies when you're having fun, they say, right? Archer, you taking that failed second entry short? Yeah, I'm not really sure on this wider trend yet. Considering we had news, it may just be two smaller things going on, something like this and something like this. Either way, we're kind of pending for the short. I'm going to keep it up though, because sometimes these big ones will surprise you. Yeah, Archer, sorry, Captain Jack, whoever you are. A failed second entry short is just this. It's having the sellers attempt to reverse the market 2 times, right? So from the bottom, one attempt by the sellers to move the market down, and then another attempt by the sellers to move the market down, and then it fails. You get a bullish candle, the market goes the other way. It's more, it's more of an advanced setup. I wouldn't worry about it. Trying to trade those failures is very nuanced. So I'd stick with the trend setups, just regular second entries, meaning you have a trend waiting for 2 legs of correction. Yeah, Tom, I think thinking short is the right move here. I'm personally going to wait for a rejection of the EMA and then a lower high here to confirm that. That would get me short. Yeah, it is like a visual 2 legs back, but I want to see some confirmed rejection here. Looks like we're going to get our chance. It's coming back to the EMA. Let's see if we can get a lower high here. Don't want to see this bar close really strongly above the EMA. That will not help our cause. Yeah, push above the EMA. I'm going to hold off. If we can push back below the EMA and get a lower high, I'm still interested. That's a pretty nice bar right here. That's definitely has some potential. I don't like trading this first attempt just because of the action above the EMA, but if we get a lower high here, I'm going to be very interested. Yeah, not liking this lower high. Too much bullish action. But I will say, guys, it is very nice to see some volume back in the market. This week has been a little rough, but looks like the rest of the week might finish strong. And Apex still has their sale going on. 4 more days, 80% off. 1 day to pass. Discounted activation fee for if you pass. Plus the big accounts are even more discounted, so you can get the biggest one for 40 bucks. So still a real good deal over there if you're interested in funding or adding to your funding. Okay, here's a little bit of action below the EMA, so I like the higher low now, which should actually be like a failed second entry long. Still pretty bearish on the Nasdaq. I like a lower high at the EMA as well. Come on, baby. Come back to the EMA. Give us that lower high. Just need to tick higher here. Come on, man. It's not even getting back to the EMA here. Jared, welcome. Good to have you. The music's just a random Spotify lo-fi playlist. And it's supposed to be copyright free, but I keep getting these copyright notifications from YouTube, so I don't know. If anyone's got a solid source of legitimately copyright free lo-fi hip-hop, let me know. Yeah, got a new low here with no setup. Is Lo-Fi Girl copyright free? No, is that true? If you put it in your description, oh, done. Absolutely done. Cool, that's what I'll do. I don't know why I've never thought of that. Thanks, Jules. That way there's always some fresh tunes too. Jules, sorry, I didn't see your previous question. Do I do an opening for the mentorship? Yeah, there are currently spots available for mentorship, so feel free to shoot me a message on Discord, or you can just sign up. I think it's the first link in the description. Let me see. Can't remember. Should know that, but I don't. Yeah, very first link in the description. You'll see an option there to sign up, so. All right, so our downtrend, guys, is still in play. So we have not broken out of this downtrend yet, so we can still look for shorts. We just need a good looking pullback. Just need something like this and we can continue short. Nasdaq 2 has not broken out of this little secondary channel, so can also continue thinking short. And this may actually end up being just a wider channel here, keeping that option open. Thanks for that call out, Archer. Yeah, I guess you could look at it as two measured legs like that, for sure. But if this wide channel is legit, then that doesn't matter. Because in a channel, if you guys think about it, there's always a channel, if price is respecting it, is always going to be measured move after measured move. Let's see if I can find it. Like, let's say you're doing this kind of channel, right? At any point, 2 points in that channel are going to be a measured move. So this would always be a measured move to the next. I didn't do that very accurately, but it will always be a measured move to the next point down in the channel. Because channels are geometrical, right? So that's always going to be a measured move, and then you're going to have another one here and another one here. So if the wide channel is legit, we should be good to go. Yeah, I would agree with that, Archer. Because of that, we will wait for a little bit more confirmation, wait for the lower high. Alright, I do think I'm going to end up widening this channel on the Nasdaq. As it, pardon me, just continues to keep going down. It's looking pretty solid, and we have the high. Oh no, actually yesterday's high is a little bit higher, so we're coming up on that pretty quick here on the Nas. It will be better if we can get down into the lower section of this channel. It'll be more confirmed, so we'll see. Nice, Jack. Captain Jack. Glad you got a short working out. And short is definitely the side of the market to be on this morning. Beautiful. Nasdaq coming down, filling out the rest of that channel. So I really like this. We can come down a little bit farther and then get a nice looking pullback. That'll be a great short right here to head down towards yesterday's high. Jack asking, I did attempt to a small buy right above 420. Trying to see, you must be on the Nasdaq. No, absolutely not. Look, you're in a massive downtrend. Don't trade against the trend. Look at this. You don't, at any point in here, there's no reason to buy. You're in a big downtrend. The only way you would buy is if from this trend you had a break out of it and a new low. That is the only time you would then look to buy. And even then, you're not buying at the bottom. You're waiting for another trend to start to appear, and then you can look to take a long once you have an established trend. So no reason to buy anywhere in here unless you get this kind of pattern. You have to wait for a new trend to be established. All right, zooming in on the S&P. Kind of a nasty little congestion down here. I'm not really interested in this. I want to see more of a thorough pullback. I think we could pull back easily to this level in here. Okay, so let's monitor this pullback, guys. See where this ends up. On the Nasdaq too. I like it better on the Nasdaq. It's less choppy, a little more clear price action. So we'll see two legs back to the EMA. This basically looks like one leg back, so I'm not really even interested in taking a short until we have two legs of correction like this. %50 fib balance. Thanks, Brant. Good to see you back here, by the way. Yeah, this is only half of this entire move up. Imagine that. This whole thing was 50 points. And yeah, we are right at the halfway mark. So interesting. Interesting. Still bullish. Keep in mind too, this is where yesterday's high is. So on a larger scale, I mean, we've been looking for shorts, and that's the right thing to do when you have a downtrend. You know, this was very clearly a downtrend. We're right to look for shorts, but on a larger scale, this is very bullish still. So I hope that makes sense. You can be very bullish on a macro scale, but looking for shorts in the short term, because we're scalping, right? We're not trying to predict the entire move of the day. But you have to know at some point the bullish buyers will probably step back in and push this thing higher, and that may be what's happening here. So what we would need to see at this point, guys, is a move down, right? So we have this correction. We want to see a move down, ideally a new low, and then a push up, and that's when we can look for longs. We may get an opportunity to short in here. It just really depends on this correction. You want to make sure this correction isn't too strong. So this correction plays out like this. That's beautiful. Then we can look for a short on the way down. But you know, every once in a while you have reversals, and this thing will just keep going up. But either way, I don't think we're going to get a trade set up anytime soon. We're going to need some more development there. So yeah, I'm going to switch over to the Discord for the rest of the day. Definitely, if you're not part of that community, links below for you to consider. And thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Appreciate y'all being so active in the chat, having fun. This is really, I'm going to say, the best chat on YouTube. Super positive. Appreciate everyone's energy and yeah, encouragement towards one another and everything. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Trade safe, and I'll see you, many of y'all, over in the Discord. Peace.